Welcome to StayWavyTV. Enjoy and ride the wave. Welcome to StayWavyTV.
Just a couple years ago, NBA superstar Ja Morant, who plays for the Memphis Grizzlies, was favored to be the next face of the NBA after LeBron James, right? Obviously, when LeBron James eventually retires, many people felt like LeBron James was going to pass the torch to Ja Morant, right? Ja Morant just had all of the tools to be a superstar and be the face of the NBA, because it's not just about you being a great basketball player, right? Like SGA is probably statistically the best player in the NBA. If not SGA, then Nikola Jokic, right? But those two guys will never be the face of the NBA, not because they're bad, right? They're both NBA champions, but because they don't have all of the tools to have the impact to make people want to watch them play basketball. Ja Morant had that because of Ja Morant's style of play. Ja Morant dunks on people. Ja Morant hits clutch shots. And Ja Morant, most importantly, he just has the swag, bro. He has the aura, right? Like, you guys remember when Ja Morant was teammates with Desmond Bain and Dylan Brooks, and Ja Morant was doing the gritty dance during the games, and he had all of the kids doing the gritty dance? Like, that's what it takes, bro. Like, in order to be the face of the NBA, you have to be influential. Like, people have to want to be like you. And unfortunately, guys like SGA, SGA, even though he just won his first NBA championship, he's known in the NBA as a flopper, right? Nikola Jokic, he's probably the most skilled center of all time, but he's also known as a flopper. And even though Nikola Jokic is a great basketball player, he's not influential. Like, nobody wants to be like Nikola Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't got the swag, doesn't really talk that much. You can tell Nikola Jokic, like, don't really care about basketball like that. He's just really good at basketball, but he just doesn't have all of the tools that it takes to be a face of the NBA. He is a superstar, right? But he's not he can never be the face of the NBA. Luka Doncic has a better chance of being the face of the NBA than Nikola Jokic, because Luka actually has a little bit of swag about himself, right? Now, this is where things started to go downhill for Ja Morant. So back in 2022, a man named Joshua Holloway sued Morant for allegedly assaulting him. Morant's legal team argued that he acted in self-defense after the teen threw a basketball at him. Though a judge initially suggested the lawsuit against Morant might be dismissed, upcoming court hearings were held in late 2025. Now, Joshua Holloway did end up dropping his lawsuit against Ja Morant, right? So that's a good thing for Ja Morant. But that was just the first of many incidences that Ja Morant started to have outside of the basketball court, okay? So also, Ja Morant's friend Devontae Pack was arrested for misdemeanor assault in July 2023, which just goes to show that Ja Morant's friends, have a bad influence on Ja Morant. Ja Morant likes to hang out with people that can get him in some trouble, okay? So then we have the famous gun incidences, right? So in 2023, Morant was suspended twice for brandishing firearms on Instagram Live, okay? So the first time that he got suspended, he pretty much got a slap on the wrist, right? The NBA gave him an 8-game suspension. They gave him a slap on the wrist. Many people felt like he should have got suspended for more games than that. But then he had a second incident in a Colorado nightclub where he flashed guns again. And this time he received a 25-game suspension for doing it again, okay? So the NBA basically said, yo, Ja Morant, we're going to give you a slap on the wrist, right? Guns are legal in some states, right? We want you to be the face of the NBA. Just don't do it again. He did it again in the same year, bro. The same year, he goes to a Colorado strip club and is on camera in the strip club flashing a gun. So then we have the most recent situation that happened this season. So following a game where the Memphis Grizzlies lost to the Los Angeles Lakers, Ja Morant, after the game in an interview, he called out his entire coaching staff for taking him out of the game when it mattered the most. This caused Ja Morant to get suspended. And since then, Ja Morant is currently having the worst season of his NBA career. He's missed most of the season due to injury. And that's another thing, right? Ja Morant, who is in his mid-20s, he's very injury prone, similar to a Derrick Rose, right? Like, if this continues, Ja Morant's career is not going to last long, because if he continues to keep having these injuries when this is a player that he gets most of his points in the paint, right? Ja Morant is not the best three-point shooter. He can make threes, but he's not a consistent, great three-point shooter. Then that's going to cause even more problems for him. So he's missed most of this season. He's had issues with his coaching staff, and Ja Morant was supposed to be traded before the NBA trade deadline. But guess what, guys? Because of Ja Morant's activity outside of basketball and on the basketball court, there was no team that showed any interest in signing Ja Morant. We heard rumors that the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Miami Heat were potentially going to trade for Ja Morant. But when they seen all of the issues that this guy has had outside of basketball, and they seen how he got suspended this season for calling out his entire coaching staff, no team wanted to take a chance with Ja Morant, because he's injury prone, he gets in trouble outside of the basketball court, and he's already shown that he's willing to call out his entire coaching staff if things don't go his way. And teams don't want to be a babysitter to this kid, bro. Unfortunately, no team wanted to take a chance on Ja Morant. They know that he has the potential to be a future NBA champion, right? But teams just don't want to deal with that nonsense going into the playoffs. So Ja Morant is stuck on the Memphis Grizzlies, okay? Desmond Bane, he got released before the season started. He got traded to the Orlando Magic. Jaren Jackson Jr., he got traded before the NBA trade deadline. He now plays for the Utah Jazz. Dillon Brooks, he got traded 2 years ago from the Memphis Grizzlies. So now Ja Morant, he's on an island by himself in Memphis, bro. All of his homeboys that he was cool with on the Memphis Grizzlies, they're gone. Ja Morant is the only one that's stuck on the team. And if you're Ja Morant, you should seriously start having some honest conversations with yourself if you really want to be in the NBA for a long time. Because if you go into next season and you continue to have these injuries, you continue to have issues outside of the basketball court, you continue to butt heads with your coaching staff, when your contract is up with the Memphis Grizzlies, you could possibly be out of the NBA, bro. Ja Morant could possibly be forced out of the NBA. And for a guy that had the potential to be the face of the NBA, this is sad, man. So hopefully Ja Morant can get it together. Listen, I rock with Ja Morant. I believe Ja Morant can turn things around, but Ja Morant has to want that for himself. So with that being said, it's your boy Wavy, StayWavyTV. Make sure y'all subscribe, hype the video, thumbs up the video, and let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I'm out.
Welcome to StayWavyTV. Enjoy and ride the wave.